Too often you hear me talking about, folks, how to look after your garden and make some homebrew recipes, whether it's a fungicide or an insecticide to combat pests and diseases in your garden. Well, if you're one of those who practices natural gardening and allows nature to take a stronghold of your garden in a good way, you'll find that you will literally not have to make any insecticides or fungicides, be it all natural, to control any pest or diseases that occur in your garden. And if they do, they'll be very minimal, to the point where even if you had to spray something, you'd be thinking, why am I wasting my time doing that? And that's because we're practicing a natural biodiversity style of gardening, which is basically regenerative gardening. And that means to look after the soil, and everything from there on will look after itself. Now, I've been around this garden for a long time, and we've had some crazy weather, and the only thing that really knocks my garden out is the climatic changes or dramatic changes we're having. Like now, we've gone back down to, I don't know, it might be 14 degrees or something, but with a real chill wind coming through as well. But what I noticed the other day is when I came out here, because I don't do any spraying, by the way, and a lot of you ask me whether I do or don't, and I basically don't. I don't spray anything. I prune, remove, discard, compost, mulch, and feed. That's it. And in the case of my lettuce plants, these ones here haven't bolted, thankfully. What they've done instead is survived extremely and tremendously well on their own with a little bit of water, and I haven't fed them since I planted them, so they've really relied on whatever nutrients we had in the planting mix. Get some of that into your garden. Trust me, you'll thank me for it. But what I also noticed, and I was really excited about this, and I found this out in the kitchen, is ladybugs, ladybirds. Have you got ladybirds in your garden, or ladybugs? These are little orange red shelled bugs that walk around, and they've got black spots on the back as well. So they're very distinctive, easy to spot, and they're very, very beneficial. Now, ladybugs, there's over 5,000 species of them, and it's hard to say exactly where they originated from, but they have been very adaptive in acclimatizing to different environments, temperatures, especially where we are in a colder region. But they do kick into gear and do a wonderful job in looking after your garden. And they're very important little creatures because they show diversity in your garden, biodiversity in your garden, not diversity, just biodiversity, which means you've got a very eco-friendly, sustainable and balanced garden environment going on in your garden. And that's because we practice natural approaches the way nature intended. And I'm standing over my cos lettuce because when I harvested the cos lettuce the other day, cut it to the ground, took it inside, and it took me at least 5 to 10 minutes, I think, to pick out all the ladybugs in the one plant. I thought maybe one or two. Now, if you don't know what they love to eat, their diet is aphids, scale, mites, and some soft shell other little grubs as well, like larvae from other insects that lay their eggs on your plants. And they can eat or consume up to 5,000 aphids in their life cycle. How long do they live? 4 to 8 weeks on average, depending on how much food there is there as well. And let's see what's going on in here. That's probably telling me there's a lot of aphids in here, but the plants are clean. A few bite marks, and look, on the first go, I've found one already. There's another one just there on the same leaf. And as we unpeel, it's like it's like Kinder Surprise. Have a look at this. Can you see all them in there? I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 in there, 5, 6. Folks, ladybirds are vital for a garden. It shows you there's a balance of an ecosystem going on there because they're predators of all the pests that affect our gardens, our plants. And what they do is they consume them, so it helps. So it's important not only in home gardening, but also in agriculture. It shows that the plants are healthy. Look at this. I'm seriously gone, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 over here. Just the one plant. 8, another one in there. And every leaf that I pull back, you're almost guaranteed to find a ladybug. Maybe not so deep into the middle of it because it's still fresh. They haven't gone all the way in. So in this plant here, I reckon we've got at least 15 to 20. Let me just take one out so you can see her. See, that's what they look like. Here's another one here, just coming up to surface. And they love to hunt. If you've got these in your garden, well, you know that nature's taking care of all the pests in your garden. They will do a wonderful job in controlling those aphids, especially on your broccolis and cauliflowers. And the important thing about these is that you do not use insecticides, because if you use insecticides, all you're going to do is knock them out as well as the pests. So keep away from the insecticides, folks. I can't stress that enough. And that way you're not destroying the life in your soil or the life above ground, which are little creatures like this. These little critters do a fantastic job in looking after your garden. And if you find them in your garden, well, leave them alone. Don't kill them, don't destroy them, and if you find them in your kitchen, take them back out into your garden so they can do what they do best. 5,000 aphids in 4 weeks. See the size of the insect? The aphids are much smaller than that. They're big eaters, aren't they? So no spraying gives you biodiversity to the nth degree, where your plants will have a few bite marks from maybe a caterpillar or a snail, but they're far and few in between, whereas the white flies, the scales, the aphids do a lot of damage, and they start to dehydrate the plant really quickly, and disease starts to kick in thereafter. So look after your garden, keep it clean, keep it real, and keep it natural, because that's what it's all about. Real people, real gardens, and real food. That's what we're about. Check out our website, vasilisgarden.com, for everything you need every day. And yes, Mona's back with part 3 with her family in the garden, enjoying some wonderful produce that they grow. Now, don't forget, we're giving away the fruit and press on the 29th of February. So stay tuned, because you might be the lucky winner. And South Australians, well, we're coming to you with a click and collect, that is. So if you can't get some of our products, which we can't ship out, our planting mix, our most popular, well, you can place an order now and select click and collect Thebarton, South Australia, because we'll be there from the 18th to the 24th of March, meeting and greeting and sharing our wonderful products that we have. Otherwise, check out our website, vasilisgarden.com. From me, Vasili, Maresi.